The controller is an absolutely crucial point of any video game experience. It is the way that you, the player, interact with your characters on screen. And having a good controller or a bad controller can definitely make or break your experience. Hey everyone, Gary here with Rocksolid Productions, and I'm glad today to bring you this latest episode where we are going to check out this game controller from Easy SMX. Now they did send us two controllers recently to check out, this one here and this Pro controller designed to emulate the look and feel of the GameCube controller. Now if you haven't seen our review of this guy here, I will have that linked for you right up there. Now this one is designed to be more of a traditional Pro controller, and the basic box and everything kind of talks about the fact or displays the fact that it's all about the gameplay and less about the fluff. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this guy here, throw it on the bench, see how it comes out of the box. We're going to try to pair it to our Switch, and we're going to do some gameplay and see how well it plays. Let's get started. As you can see here, like I mentioned in the open, the box is pretty much nondescript. It has their logo on it, and that's really about it. It has a QR code here where you can follow us now to get 20% off your next order, and it really just says Easy SMX, the gamer's choice. So we're gonna slice open the tape on the side here with our crappy X-Acto knife, because Tom from Do You Nerd decided he was going to steal mine. Thanks, Tom. If you guys have not checked them out, make sure that you go ahead and check out Tom and Lacey over at Do You Nerd. Now, one thing I do want to point out too is you can see the box did get crunched in shipping. It's just one of those things that we have not had good luck with shipping lately. And thankfully, I mean, you can see some crunchiness there to the inner carton, but thankfully it did its job and protected the controller. Alright, so we have an instruction manual of the controller itself. Sign up to get a $10 voucher. Well, they want to give you all sorts of free stuff, don't they? And your cable here, and this is a USB-C cable. I am so glad to see more and more manufacturers going the USB-C route. Here's the controller itself. Overall, pretty nice overall look and design on here. They got the buttons right, B and A, Y and X, versus some of the other controllers that have those reversed. I do see the rumble motors in here. No player indicator LEDs here like on the Nintendo one. USB-C charging port. Those feel like analog triggers. We will test to see if those actually are analog or if they just have kind of an analog throw. Don't feel too bad there. Looks like there's a reset button underneath there. In the hand, analog sticks feel just fine. Plenty clicking in. This actually does not feel bad. I actually think it feels better than their GameCube style controller. Let's take a look at the manual here, and does have multi-languages in here. So on the front, obviously it's just walking you through the different features and the different buttons and everything, and confirm that is on the back here, that is a reset button. It is a lithium polymer or a LiPo battery, 600 milliamp. Battery life should be around 8 hours, charging time about 2.5, and it does have that USB Type-C. To turn on the turbo, this is what I wanted to see. Press and hold the turbo button, which I don't know which one is the turbo button. Let's see, then click the button you want to set turbo after function. Hold down turbo button. So how to turn on off the button light. Oh, it's got backlights on it too. Press and hold the LR button for 5 seconds, turn off the button lights. Turbo. Oh, the capture button. So number 3, this here will also work to turn your turbo on and off. So what you do basically is you hold that down and then you just press the corresponding button that you want turbo to. Very cool. Backlight will turn blue when all of the turbo functions are canceled. Very cool. You can adjust the backlight with the ZL, ZR, R3 and D-pad up and down to adjust the backlight brightness. That's very neat. The vibration function has adjustments too. Turbo plus D-pad up and down will adjust the vibration intensity. And then to connect to your Switch, go to your menu, controller, change grip order, press the Y in the home button, and the LED indicators will flash. And you can also connect this to a PC. For that, you would connect it via the USB cable only. So very interesting there. Yeah, pretty simple and straightforward. So let's go ahead, let's pair this up to our system. Let's get some gameplay in. So it's actually the next day from when we recorded the opening and the unboxing and everything, because out of the box, this had 0 charge to it. Normally I can go ahead, unbox something, connect it to a system, and at least get through the review and have it work. This had nothing to it, which concerns me. Since this uses a lithium polymer battery, you do not want to take those below 3 volts per cell. I have no way to check and see if it was below that, short of opening it up and checking at the terminals, which I didn't do. But I hope that they have some sort of low voltage cutoff in here that would prevent any over discharge or anything like that, because once you go below 3 volts per cell on a LiPo, bad things start to happen. So I actually have my Nintendo Pro controller here, so we can go ahead and pair everything to the system. I'm going to go down here to controllers, change grip order, and I've got the manual right next to me here. So to go ahead and pair it, I have to hold down the Y button and the home button. So Y and home, and the buttons there you can see are lit up. And it just connected. Very simple. And I do want to kind of bring that in. That's pretty sharp looking. I like the look of that. You can change the brightness, so ZL, ZR, R3, and the D-pad up or down. So that is the brightest, that is the dimmest. So I like that. At least just, it speaks to the geek in me that likes to see things that flash and make noise and whatnot. Completely impractical, because as you're playing, you're looking this way, you're not looking that way. So that is kind of interesting. You can also change the vibration settings. So if you press the turbo and the D-pad up and down, so the capture button up and down, we'll see later on in the game if that makes a difference. And then what else do we have? Turbo, which we'll get into later. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into some gameplay. You know, I've been playing Super Mario 3D World. Great game, absolutely love it. I do want to see if this works. And another thing I want to check real quick too, I'm going to grab an Amiibo. Hang tight. So I grabbed my Tuxedo Mario here. We'll see if we get any response out of the Amiibo. Actually, let's do this real quick. I'm going to go here. Now let's see if we get anything. I would say not compatible with Amiibo, just so you know. We'll see if we can get past this level here. Vibration is really good. I like that, and I think I've got it all the way up right now, so turbo. Oh, I can't do that. I gotta hurry up here because it automatically scrolls. I mean, button presses feel really, really good. I mean, everything right there was exactly as it should have been. Now, with levels such as this, I don't want to say it's a pain, but it can be a challenge because of the fact that you can sometimes get ahead of the scrolling and you want to go faster than what the game is really letting you. All right, so we've got 2 stars so far. Ugh! Oh, can I get up here? I can't! Dang it! Oh, I didn't jump quite fast enough. Dang it! That was totally my fault, though, misjudging how fast he was coming towards me and not... Ooh, now he's invisible. And not the controller itself. So far, I have to say, the controller's worked flawlessly. I've really liked it. All right, still have not found the 3rd green star yet. May have to come back in here and see if we can't find it later on. Unless she gives it to me, which is always a possibility. Nope, so I did miss a green star. I'll have to go back there at some point. So I'll go ahead and save this. Next up is one of my favorite titles to test any controller, and Street Fighter. You guys have seen me test Street Fighter here tons of times. I like it because it lets me know if button presses are accurate along with the timing on both the D-pad and the analog stick. Got him. T-Hawk is like Guile to me. He has always, that kind of downward attack. That one right there. Got him! Perfect counter too. Whew. All right, got him in the first round. That was close. Was able to pull off every single move. Now in this next one, I'm gonna use the D-pad. D-pad feels a little bit, clicky isn't the right word. It's almost sticky. Wow, he has got me pinned. Oh, he got me pinned big time. All right. Last one here, I'm going to stick with the D-pad initially, and if I'm getting my rear end handed to me, we're going to switch to the analog stick. Yeah, I'm not liking, I mean, I'm able to pull off all the moves with the D-pad, but it's almost feeling like the plastic is getting stuck underneath the where the cutout is in the face of the controller for the D-pad. Oh, I hate that move. He got me. Okay, overall, I do have to say that the analog stick did work for me better on that than on the analog stick. I thought was better than the D-pad itself. Button presses felt good. I just hate T-Hawk. Let us go in. We'll do one more test of the D-pad, and it'll be a good one. Super Mario 35th. I hate the fact this is going away. Nintendo, please don't take this away from us. It is such a fun game. Again, the rumble is really good on this. I like that quite a bit. They've done a good job with that. I'll also say, so far at least, I'm liking this controller from Easy SMX a lot more than their GameCube style. This just overall fits my hand better. I think it's more precise. I think it's just overall a better controller. I mean, button presses there to get the coins and everything, exactly as I would have expected. And in this, you have to use the D-pad. You can't use the analog stick to maneuver through. So as such, the D-pad is working a lot better, at least, I think, than in Street Fighter. And I think a lot of that is because instead of doing a lot of quick movements from one side to the other, you're basically just holding the D-pad one way or the other, or shifting from side to side, telling me no lies, knocking me out with those American thighs. Oh, that sucks! I completely had him dead to rights, and I lost. Oh, that sucks so hard. Oh, and so did that. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I was so worried about being pissed off that I wasn't focusing on what I was doing. We're going to go into the Capcom arcade. Originally, I was going to go to Star Fox to test out the rapid fire, but I want to go into, I think it's 1943, and try that out. I've played it a little bit, really like it so far. There are a lot of games in this Capcom arcade I really do want to check out. I just don't want to pay full price for them. I'm waiting on a sale. Oh, and I can hold the LR triggers for 5 seconds to just turn the lights off. Maybe. Press and hold the LR button for 5 seconds, turn off the buttons and lights. 3, 4, 1000, 5, 1000. Nope, not doing it. So, okay. So for Turbo, we'll go into a game here first. And we'll go into 1943. So check and see how the Turbo works here. Okay, so I'm going to pause it. Capture and B should turn on Turbo, and at least so far, nothing. I'm going to pause it here real quick. So press and hold the Turbo button, then click the button you want to set with the Turbo function. Setting is done when the round LED indicator keep in red. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go to the home screen, Turbo, B, nothing. So that's disappointing that it doesn't appear the Turbo actually works. It may be something... let me do this real quick. I'm going to go to change grip order. Okay. Reconnected there. Again, we're going to try capture and B. Nothing. And again, they say holding L and R should turn the lights on and off. Nothing. So it does not look like all the functionality they promise is actually working on this controller. Okay, but in the meantime, we're still going to play this because it's a great shooter. If you like shmups, this is an awesome, awesome game. I mean, analog stick is working precisely as is the D-pad. For this, I do actually prefer the analog stick myself. Now there is rapid fire just on as a power-up, but still with that you need to press and release the button occasionally. Oh crap! Now this isn't Ikaruga level, but I mean this is still kind of a bullet hell. And you do have, thankfully it is not a one-hit death. John Riggs actually just recently posted a great video talking about 5 NES games that are like arcade ports that were one-hit deaths. I am running low on power, and I may be dead soon. I do like this kind of multi-way, the 3-way shot. That's definitely something that... Oh, those seem to be like heat seekers almost. And I'm dead. Okay. All right, so that's pretty good. Let's go down here, Horizon Chase Turbo. Great way to test and see if these are actually analog triggers. We'll know rather quickly within that game. Not many that I've seen that treat these as analog and these as digital. A lot of them, and even the Pro Controller, these are digital and these are digital. So let's check and see if we actually have an analog gas and brake on here. And if you like racing games, seriously, Horizon Chase Turbo, so good. Really, really love this game. And we'll know real quick here, if I roll on the ZR trigger, you should see the tachometer go ahead and slowly go up and down as we're waiting here at the start-finish line. Nope, it is a digital trigger, so that is something to kind of be bummed out about, actually. Now, I'll be honest, I've only seen one controller, I think, that treats those as analog, so that is something to be aware of. But if you're going to have an analog throw, I truly believe that you need to have an analog trigger then. It is possible to do on the Switch. And like the graphic detail in this isn't terrific, but it's a terrific arcadey type game. It's one of the reasons I love this. And again, like I said, the music is terrific. There we go. So my initial thoughts on it, I do like the LEDs on it. I mean, it's for someone who likes things that light up and go flashy, flashy, makes noise. I dig that type of thing. It is comfortable. I do like the overall fit and finish of it. The analog sticks are good. The D-pad is pretty decent, although it did feel like it would get stuck when I was playing Street Fighter. The face buttons are just fine. Analog triggers, again, I do wish that it did have an analog responsiveness to it since it is an analog type throw. No issues thus far with battery, but I'm going to have to do some more testing to check and see if having it basically be completely dead out of the box could have possibly damaged this. But overall, not too shabby of a controller for your Nintendo Switch and PC. Let's wrap things up. So there you have it, my look at the Easy SMX Pro Style controller for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I don't PC game, so I have no way to test it out on that. I was kind of disappointed that some of the core functionality didn't work, like turning the lights on and off, turbo, would not work on this. Now, I don't know if there's a firmware update. I will have to check on their website to check and see, but it's one of those, if it's in the manual, it should do it right out of the box. I will say, comfortable to hold in the hand, pretty responsive. I do wish that they would kind of refine their D-pad a little bit. For Street Fighter, I didn't like the way where it felt like I was getting hung up inside. And you may have just heard it there too again. I was getting hung up on the cutout around the D-pad itself. Everything else though was pretty good. I did like the button placement. Presses and everything seemed exactly like they should be. But again, if you're going to have an analog throw, have an analog like keystroke read as you are playing on there. For the price, definitely less expensive than the Nintendo OEM Pro Controller, and I do like this better than their Pro Controller that basically integrates the GameCube style controls on it. For the cost, it's good. There are other options out there to consider as well, but this is one you should take a look at. Oh, the other thing too, again, no Amiibo support, which most third-party controllers aren't going to do, but the rumble, really, really good. I really did like the HD rumble on this. Now, if you've got any other comments or questions, as always, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. You can also email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Twitter at RockSolidStudios. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions and Instagram at Instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, if you do want to pick one of these up, I will have a link down below in a pinned post where you can go ahead and order it through our Amazon affiliate link. Unfortunately, there is no discounts or anything like that associated when you do buy through there, but it is something, if you're going to buy it anyways, it actually does help support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does help us out here. Now, if you are looking at other controller reviews or tutorials, how-tos, different videos and episodes on the Nintendo Switch, we have those videos coming up right now. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.